درة التعليم مدارس البسام الأهلية.
On the marvelous east coast of the glorious kingdom of Saudi Arabia stands the peaceful and the most charming city of Dammam. This is where the pioneering leadership in modern education lies in Al-Basam schools, which were founded in 1420 Hijri, that's 1998, according to an ambitious vision, a vision that aspires to provide distinguished education combining tradition and modernity, and builds up a character proud of its heritage, excelling through the modern times, character that looks forward to being a pioneer in the future. All praises and thanks be to Allah, our progress has been rapid, and community satisfaction is a special source of pride for us. We always focus on excellence in all academic and behavioral fields. Our main objective is to prepare distinguished students and productive citizens who serve their country and possess high skills of thinking, discussing, and life in general. In addition, we take into consideration that as times change, we are required to maintain our Islamic culture and values as well as our Arab identity. And therefore, our curricula are based on Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, ethics as far as the child's dealings with himself or his dealings with others. This is applied on the psychological and the social levels, since we believe in openness and tolerance. Teaching, learning, and the students' achievements are Al-Basam School's priorities. There are 6 steps to continuous improvement of student learning. In Al-Basam Schools, 1, we identify goals. 2, we identify objectives. 3, we specify approaches. 4, we specify measures. 5, we share results. And 6, we make changes. To achieve our vision, our schools have worked on education support programs in its 3 domains: cognitive, affective, and psychometric. Our vision emphasizes the law that states no child left behind, without exception, and we have translated that into the real world through different practices. So, our schools are working hard to support the following areas: teaching, learning and achievement, support, guidance and counselling, resources, technology and support system, school climate, and parents and social communications. In Al-Basam School's curricula, in both the national and the international departments, we adopt the multiple intelligences strategy, side by side with modern methodology for teaching, including creative thinking skills. The main objective is to bring up our children not as passive listeners, but rather as effective creative participants, to build creativity in our students' characters. Assessment is really important in Al-Basam schools. We have adopted the authentic assessment theory. Our research has shown that we really need to improve on authentic assessment. Authentic assessment workshops have been given regularly. There are different authentic assessment types that we care about in Al-Basam schools. We make sure that our teachers are using checklists, rating scales, rubrics, learning logs, performance assessment, pencil and paper tests, observations, communication, reflection, and you will see many more in our classes. Support, guidance and counselling are all important. In Al-Basam schools, we care a lot about equal learning opportunities, and we have differentiated learning to fulfill each individual's needs. To ensure this, we held educational counselling workshops. We motivate students. We have activities that support the psychological, emotional and physical needs of all the students. Also, we have held workshops for professional guidance and career readiness to further enhance our educational support services to students. We have done case studies and we've held conferences too. We have career guidance programs and behavior modifications. We try to motivate students as much as we can. Let's talk for a while about our resources and technology and the support system. Let's also talk about how important they are in Al-Basam schools. We care about health and safety, and we have committees dedicated to these purposes. Evacuation plans are everywhere in the building, along with site maps and a school clinic to provide healthcare to our students. We have modern science labs at all stages. Computer labs are everywhere. We also have a theatre, swimming pools, and various playgrounds. There are libraries in each section with a broad range of books inside. Classes are supported with interactive whiteboards. We exert all the needed effort to hire efficient teaching staff, capable of achieving our educational mission. We do our best to develop and improve their abilities and skills through extensive training, with special focus on modern trends in the field of education. The schools adopt a professional development plan that includes a continuous professional training program for all employees on all levels, senior management, middle management, teachers, as well as students through training programs conducted by professional trainers, whether on campus or off campus when needed. This training reflects positively on teaching strategies, evaluation methods, and activities used in the school. Al-Basam schools, for both boys and girls, are keen on establishing quality assurance, and our performance evaluation unit works hard to keep pace with global developments and to achieve standards of excellence in performance at all educational levels. The role of this unit is to check and evaluate input processes and output according to the standards and indicators for local and international authorities, and provide reliable measurement tools including assessing the learning aspects, cognitive, affective and psychometric, for our students to identify and measure the quality performance, diagnose difficulties, and enable early intervention in order to treat and support them. We have made assessments and estimates of the present and future training needs for all employees in all areas of schoolwork, and designated development programs that meet those needs as reflected positively on performance excellence and quality. Social partnership is very important in our schools. We have annual plans for activating such partnerships through the society service programs and outside school activities which develop and enhance the values of citizenship and partnership for our students. Parents and society communications are very important in Al-Basam schools. We have a parent involvement plan. We send SMS messages to parents. They regularly receive report cards. We send them letters too. We try to have two-way communication. We frequently meet with parents. Parents are also involved in voluntary activities. Social communications are important too. We attend conferences, workshops and courses. We have held conferences too, and a good example of that can be found in 2010. We collaborated with the Ministry of Education in a scientific conference entitled Towards Innovative Communications. In 2014, there was a kindergarten school conference with more than 40 educators, teachers, supervisors and principals in attendance. Teachers were trained to teach Al-Basam schools kindergarten curriculum Little Thinkers. As an aside, there will be an international conference in Bahrain on the 29th to the 30th of November 2015. Our school's administration seek to apply international educational standards that ensure the full achievement of the international standards in this field, so as to ensure that the schools have met the required conditions and standards to achieve the necessary goals of quality in all its specialised academic programmes. Also, the schools have the ability to grow and develop. Therefore, our schools have sought to obtain accreditation from several well-known educational organisations, such as the international organisation Aiaasc. Aiaasc classified Albasam schools as Category A schools during their visit last September.
I will tell you that Mr. Phil and Dr. Elise and I, among us, have been involved in accrediting several hundred schools. And we were talking about the fact that we have not acceptable range, and it's an honor and a privilege for me to say that the external review team has unanimously and with great confidence recommending accreditation for Albasam schools for the period of
Our ambitions are endless, and therefore we have sought to gain the accreditation of another reputable organization, such as the American International Accreditation Association of Schools and Colleges, the Aiaasc. This will soon be followed by another accreditation by the Council of International Schools, CIS, within the next few months, which specialize in evaluating international schools all over the world according to European standards. Our goal is not only to obtain the accreditation, but also to modify policies and programs at our schools in order to conform to the international educational standards. We have been working on the Aiaasc accreditation since last June, after the decision was made by the High Board of Administration. Since then, we have commenced regular workshops and published the standards and oriented our employees. We've already gathered a variety of supporting evidence that explicitly demonstrate how work takes place on our campus. This was taken during the Advanced Ed team members' visit. Even though we still have the same records, registers, and all other printed, written, videoed, or recorded material, we still wish to gather more to display what has taken place since then to reflect our continuous effort. We have only mentioned a small amount of our preparations and plans, the tip of the iceberg. Our ambitions are limitless, and our desire to improve unceasing. We have ideas and expansion plans and determination to be, by His grace, the best schools not only in the kingdom, but also all over the entire Arab world through the effort and the will of all employees at Albasam Educational Campus. There is still much more to come for our fantastic future.